Now I'm going to show you another trick that I've been using for a long time, is if I want to set up some permanent formulas. So I set up formula entry in Google Docs, and I have this in the background, and this is something you can build yourself as you go through high school. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a table. I'm going to make it like this. And I'm going to go in here and go, what kind of equations am I going to be entering? So first equation I'm going to be using a lot is I, capital I, equals. So I get that ending, and it's going to be Q over T. Quantity over, click in there, time equals, and it's, oh, I better get myself another equal sign. There we go. I'm going to put in another fraction and have an answer. So I've got this all set up, and I know that's really tiny, so I'm going to do this. I'll make it a bit bigger, 48. Okay, so now I have a formula with a space for a fraction. So anytime I'm asked the I equals Q over T formula, there it is. Now what's one of the rearrangements of it? Well, if you think about it, once again, your quantity of anything is going to be equal to the rate of flow times time. Review my lessons for that, okay? And this equation, I don't need to build in any special space because you'll be fine typing. It's the ending in a fraction you want to have that spare equal sign. So 48 is the font I chose here, so I'll do it again here, 48. Now what's the only other variation? How long does it take something to drain? Equation. Time is equal to what? Let's say you have 200 liters of gasoline and you're using up 2 liters a minute. What do you do with those two numbers? You divide. So the flow rate that you're using the gasoline divided by quantity. That's one way of writing it. Or our preferred way using the equation editor is a fraction, and we put I. Come on, get in there. Over T. I better toss myself another equal sign just to be on the safe side. And then I'm going to insert a blank fraction. There it is. So now I'm going to take this out of there. I don't want that. Okay. And then I go to 48. Now I'm going to leave this online for you. It's in the student shared drive. But now what I've got is some blank formula set up. And you go, but you don't have all the formulas. What about power? Oh, if there's a question and I want a power formula, I just copy this over here, pop it in place, and then just switch it to power equals energy over time. I don't retype my formulas every time I use them. I have a blank Google Doc and I just keep adding generic formulas. So when I need to throw in a formula on an assignment, I just go fish out one of these and edit it. And that's how I'm getting these things in here. Okay. Now this is not, this was done in a different document editor. No, this was done locally. So I can edit this one here. So you don't think I re-enter a formula every single time I use it. I have that blank formula in a document like this, and then I just copy and paste over and change the letters and the numbers for the local thing. So then you won't take long at all to be able to drop actual formulas in here and submit it to me online. The important thing with formula entry is make sure you keep the units. Do not just write numbers for me. You have to have units, 25 bucks an hour. Okay, so I'd like you to try that while I'm gone. But if you'd really rather write it out by hand and scan it and give it to me, that's fine. How do you do that? Write it out by hand, take a photograph of it, and email it to me, and I will look at your work. Because formula entry online is not the same learning. A lot of times scribbling it out by hand is better. So anyway, I should be available online, right-handed only, to help you out during this week. So thank you very much for your cooperation with the supply teacher.